Welcome back. You're still watching Wake Up Nigeria, and we're about to have a very interesting in fact, we always have interesting conversations, but this particular one is extra special, right? Because we have with us Osezusi Boledoku. At this point, I don't think you need any further introduction.
I don't think so.
As I said, you're a family member, right?
I am.
Next interview, you'll be the one introducing me. How are you doing today?
I'm very well.
And you look flawless as usual.
Thank you.
I love the color code. Are you sure we're not in a fashion conversation?
I think so, because
you think so, right?
Amazing. Yeah.
I mean, everything's
we should be talking about fashion.
Thank you so much. We'll do that. We'll look into that.
We will.
We need to just read your wardrobe and see what it's like. But anyways, right about now, we're actually here to talk about parenting, right? We've had several conversations about parenting, and I think this is actually really important. This conversation is really important because parenting is something that is eminent in society, because when we train the next generation definitely get to be the leaders of tomorrow. That's what we're told, at least while we're in school, right?
Yeah.
So now, today we're having a conversation, skill acquisition at home. Now, how can parents ensure that their children, as they grow, actually learn several skills at home? But before we go into the conversation proper in that regard, what would you say is skill acquisition? Let's start from there.
Yes, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
When we hear the word skill acquisition, we're wondering, like, are they going to make learn skills like maybe tailoring or fixing cars or something? Yeah. But skill acquisition is pretty much just helping them fix themselves, brush their teeth, put on their clothes.
Okay.
Do chores at home. Those are skills that would go on to become the skills they later on need in their professional lives, in their career, or they later on need for themselves. I mean, buttoning the shirts requires, for a neurotypical child, it requires some sort of executive functioning. You know, you have to know from one level to the next and the next. Okay. But for a neurodivergent child, it actually requires training. There's something we have to train. We have to do like a forward training, a backward training, to teach them the step by step. Okay. And because home is the first classroom and is the main classroom, really, we spend more time at home.
At home before you find
then we can learn these things. Parents can be aware that they're teaching their children these things from basic routine at home.
Okay, I think that actually makes a lot of sense, because a lot of times, when we hear skills, we're thinking about maybe making beads or doing something with our hands, something that can make money, do you understand? But then again, it's true. From the very basics, right, from buttoning your shirt, that actually is very important. And then speaking about the fact that something as basic as buttoning your shirt can actually be an issue. So you mentioned neurodivergent. Now, just for understanding and for clarity purpose, what do you mean by neurodivergent?
Yes, I mentioned neurodivergent because, okay, I said neurotypical. Neurotypical are the ones that seem to be normal, like you and I. We don't know how normal we are yet, but the neurodivergent is an umbrella that covers the different neurotypes. Okay. The ADHD neurotype, the autistic brain, the OCD brain, you know. Those brains that are seen as different, that see the word differently. So that's what neurodivergence pretty much covers.
All right, it's a nice way of also putting it as well. All right, amazing. Okay, so now how would you say parents now can ensure that at home, even these basic things are being learned? Because a lot of times some parents think, okay, you know what, maybe we were not necessarily taught. Nobody taught me how to button a shirt. I just figured it out.
I just figured it out.
A lot of people believe, no, you figure it out as well. So how do we how do we get parents to that point to know that, okay, you know what, even these specific things, no matter how little, is interesting and important to actually teach your child?
One key thing I would like to say here is, as much as an adult, you have a challenge, something that's so challenging to you as an adult, right? That's how, as a child, that little thing, that thing you think is little, is challenging for that child because of where our brains are, right? So one of the easiest ways to teach things like this is nursery rhymes, is play. Play is the language of every child. Make routines, make bedtime routines, make waking up routine, make those routines engaging, sing along, break the steps down. First to button the shirts. I watched a clip of a mom teaching a teenage boy how to be safe, like with all the, he's a teenager with all the hormones and puberty going on. And the mom was using nursery rhymes, like Jack and Jill, but in a with different words entirely. It was funny, but the son got it. This is a teenage boy, right? And when you're dealing with even younger children, singing, repetition. We do these things repeatedly. We wake up every morning, we brush our teeth, we have a bath.
Very true.
But
Very true.
breaking down and repetition, singing, creating a play routine around it would help these children
Very true.
like acquire the skills.
The skills.
quickly.
All right, amazing, true. That
Yeah.
I actually totally believe that because yes, kids like recently I saw a video and the man, which was a teacher, was actually teaching the kids to actually pronounce the words of the alphabets, right? The letters of the alphabet rather, and he literally did it in a whole rap, and the kids were literally excited. So the fact that you can even hold, it's difficult sometimes to get a child's attention and literally hold it. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So they were literally following along and they were excited. So they were
Yeah.
more interested in learning the rap than
Absolutely.
the actual pronunciations.
And guess what? That will
Yes.
stick forever.
It will
When
stick
that child
forever.
is 60, they'll remember the rap
Very true.
because of all the engagement that was
Yes,
involved. So make it
true.
engaging.
Yes, make it engaging. Okay. No, so now let's talk about other skills that we talk about, that we recognize as normal skills, as what we're talking about. Maybe swimming, maybe sewing, maybe knitting, and all of that. So now, would you say, or at what age would you say it is it is necessary to introduce your kids to that? Because a lot of times I feel like a lot of parents feel the need, okay, fine, once they go to school and come back, fine, go and read. Do you understand?
No.
And all of that. So at what point do you think, okay, you know what, you start teaching your child life skills, cooking, cleaning, swimming, or any other thing? At what level?
I actually like this question. You know
Yeah.
why I like this? It's so personalized and so individualized. First, because you're teaching them all this routine, you're actually helping their executive functioning, right? And this is what they need. This is what is required for those other skills.
True.
So swimming is a life skill.
It is a life skill.
As soon as you have access to a coach,
Yes.
and you have access to teaching you. I think that every child should know to swim
Very true.
because it's a life skill.
Every human being should know to
Every
swim. So
human
that's me
being.
shading you if you don't know how to swim. Yeah, because if you can walk,
You shading me.
please. I'm shading you.
You shading me.
I have a coach for you. After this, I will give you his number. We will connect you. Today,
Okay,
you must
okay.
you must sign up. I'm telling you.
That's so
Yes.
good. Yes.
Yeah, because it's important and
It
it's
is.
interesting how something like swimming can teach you discipline, resilience, so many things, interactions, and all of that.
Absolutely.
Yes, and it actually has. But
Absolutely.
okay, so very briefly, let's just wrap up this conversation.
Okay, so briefly wrapping up this conversation, play is the language of every child.
Yeah.
Routine is very helpful.
Yes.
Making these things, creating songs out of these activities
Yes.
you want them to learn is amazing.
Yes.
And then follow the lead of your child. Look at what they're interested in.
Yes.
If they're interested in cooking, please, by all means,
Yes.
equip them.
All right.
If they're interested in athletics, by all means, equip them.
All
Yeah.
right.
So
Okay, amazing. Thank you so much. You're here again next week, aren't you? You
don't
have to be
think so.
here. You don't think so? I don't think she is. Anyways. We're gonna miss you.
I'm gonna
Thank
miss
you
being
so
on this
much.
chair.
October has been amazing with
It
you
has
right
been.
here. And of course, we'll definitely have you around. You know now, you're here. You're here with us.
Oh, I'm
Anyways,
always.
and that's it on Parenting Conversation right about now this morning. But still so much more happening right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Do not go anywhere. We will be right back.